The crane broke down before it even got here. I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and this is Max. Our life rarely goes as planned, and this story is no different. But we are determined to rebuild our beautiful steel boat, even stronger than she was before. And we're bringing you along with us. So plans have changed a bit for us. We got starting to cut into problem areas on the boat and realized, go figure, that there's not a lot more work there than we thought there was going to be.
And it's been a really, rainy, really windy winter. Like, it's not even winter yet.
No, it's only fall.
It's been crazy with the rain, so we're having to move the boat.
Yeah. So what we're doing essentially is moving the boat from a boatyard into Logan's uncle's yard into a covered shop area, which is a whole thing because the boat is 40 feet and has a 5-foot keel under it, so we have to hire special boat movers. We have to get our own boat stands to put it on, like professional boat stands. We have to get the mast taken down before we even get the boat moved, figure out where we're going to put the mast.
We have to remove the solar panels, the radar, and cut the arch off to get it moved because we are over height. We're right on the limit of being over height.
And
with the bimini down and the arch off. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna go pick up some boat stands. There's a guy in Comox who also did a refit on his boat in his yard, so he's got 4 boat stands that we're gonna buy off of him, and we need another 2 still, but we're not sure where we're gonna get those from.
And the 4 is gonna be good enough to hold the boat up for now, and then when we get working on it, we'll have to get 2 more stands.
Yep. So yeah, anyway, go figure in our life that things would not come out nearly as planned and we'd have to completely change what we're doing, but that's what's happening again. So yeah, off to Comox.
Yep.
We were, and are, beyond grateful for Logan's aunt and uncle for allowing us to use their property for this project. I honestly don't know what we would have done without them. But before we could move Papa Rumba into the shop, we had to move everything out of it. Before moving in, we built a small shelter outside and moved a bunch of Logan's uncle's stuff out of the shop and into the new shelter. You have? Max, do you have a bone? Max, drop your bone. Come here. Max, come here. Come here. Do you have a bone? Do you have a bone? Are you not going to share your bone with your mom? Okay, come here. Okay, drop it. Drop it. Nope, drop it. Nice bone. Nice bone. Okay, get your bone. Good boy. Radar, solar panels, and then the arch all came off the boat to get her ready for the move. The hatch cover was also removed around this time, but we didn't really film that. Our friend Sean came with his crane truck to help us take the arch down. He also has a small YouTube channel showing mostly videos of off-road machinery and fun stuff like that. Link above. Things were really looking like they were starting to come together, though. We had a date set for the boat mover, had a date set to take our mast down, and the shop was almost ready to go. But then the rains came even harder than they had in the past month, which had already been nothing but rain. Alright, so it's absolutely pouring outside, and it's been pouring like this on and off pretty much since we hauled the boat out. And it's like a downpour, like they're calling it an atmospheric river. That's how much water is coming out of the sky. So boat progress has been kind of slow because of this, because it's really hard to do anything when you're just working under a crappy little tarp and it's like water falling on you. But right now we're gonna take you on a little bit of a walk to see just how heavy the river is, because it's insane how much water is flowing through here. Logan is at his uncle's right now trying to get the boat shed all ready to go so we can move the boat into it, but making slow progress as well because of the amount of rain. So yeah. The rain started and we had a week's worth of rain in 24 hours. Every single highway into Vancouver was shut down, and so was the main highway on the island, the only highway that leads from Souk, where the moving truck is, to Nanaimo, where the boat was. And on top of that, the highway was shut between Nanaimo and Coombs, which was to be the boat's new home. And to top it all off, we were all put on fuel rations because our gas stations were starting to run out of fuel due to damaged transport routes and people hoarding fuel. So there we were, stuck in limbo, just waiting for nature to make a decision and to be on our side. Look at it go over the road over there. Jeez, the rusted rake.
So I showed up at the boat today to check on it after all the rain we've had, because we've had some insane rain. Like, yeah, it's been a pretty tough time, and we've had a mini flood. So this here, I'll show you. It's leaking right now. I've got a bucket down there. So this was all covered in water. Everything that was down here was soaked. You can see there's still little puddles. I put that bucket here. That's the inside of our headliner. This towel soaking up stuff, like it's all wet here. The table was holding a bunch of water. My boots were full of water. They're all outside. Everything's out there drying. Yeah, we have an electrical fault. I don't know where. It shorted somewhere, I guess. Yeah, this has been an awful week. I don't even know what to do or say. I can't wait for this to be over. It's, yeah, like everything's gotten wet. All these manuals, this. all of our stuff. That box of tools is soaked. Everything is soaked. Everything is wet. And now I just have to go through and find out what's destroyed and what's salvageable and start throwing stuff out, I guess. I don't know where the water got in. I can see it's all wet up here, but the way the hatch is made, it runs out to the edge into this channel here, and then it runs down to this drain. So that drain is, you know, it's not right on the bottom, but it's high enough up it should be sealed. So I guess I'd better start cleaning. So here's what I found. There's a pinhole there, and that's what holds all the water out, is this piece of steel here. See, it's bolted all the way around so that if you do get water up around that hatch, it's supposed to drain it out, and because there's a hole in it, it drains into the boat. So super excited about finding that. Yep.
Well, today is supposed to be mast dropping day, but it was trying to snow today and it is raining. So every highway right now is still shut down into Vancouver. The main highway that goes from down island, like Victoria, to where we are is still shut down. It's down to like one lane of traffic alternating. And today it's raining, so we can't seem to catch a break with this project and trying to move the boat. But it was snowing, and it doesn't seem to be snowing anymore. It's just turned to rain, so that's a good sign. So today the crane's supposed to be coming in. We're gonna drop the mast, and then hopefully next week the highway's open again and we can get the moving truck up here to move the boat to Arrington. Hopefully there's no super crazy flood rains again in between then and now. But yeah, it's been a stressful week. As we showed you, the boat flooded a bit because we took the cover off the hatch so that we could lower the boat enough for it to be able to go down the highway. And we didn't realize that that was going to leak. So the boat has some water damage inside of it. Logan spent a good couple of hours cleaning out all the water. And yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with that. There was some electrical damage. Man. Anyway, hopefully the crane shows up and we can do that with no more hiccups. What are our steps right now, Logan?
Just getting everything prepped around the mast, attached to the bottom of the mast and tied up. And getting prepped for the crane so that we can just climb up and attach the sling. Once the sling's attached and we're hooked up, then we just undo the rest of the rigging, tie it around, and lift.
Sweet.
So fingers crossed this goes well.
Mm.
Maybe not.
So the crane broke down before it even got here. Which means that essentially we're waiting to see if they can get it fixed today or if we're dropping the mast another day instead. But in the meantime, Logan doesn't drop water on me. Logan's gonna go up the mast. So
try and get our VHF off.
yeah, to try to get some of the stuff off the top of it so it doesn't get broken. Fingers crossed the crane can get fixed and we can still drop it today, but if not, hopefully tomorrow. I'm not even trying to guess anymore. This has just been such a gong show with trying to organize everything that whatever happens is just gonna happen, and that's the end of it. So, yeah. What do you got going on here, Logan?
I am attaching tools to myself so I don't drop them on anybody's head.
Nice. Smart. I'm very grateful.
Just had to make my loop smaller because the wrench is too heavy for the bungee.
Makes sense. Oh.
Good enough.
Still. Okay.
Oh man.
Damn. All right, so before the crane even left their yard to get to us, it broke down. So that's not happening today now. But they got a mechanic in there. The mechanic couldn't figure out what was wrong, and now we are driving all the way to the yard, which is like 20 minutes south, to see if Logan can figure out what's wrong so that hopefully we can get this mast taken down tomorrow. Because if not, then it's a waiting game to see when they can get it figured out. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Using Wonder Mechanic Logan to hopefully fix the freaking truck that hauls the crane. So
It's just a crane truck. It's just a crane truck. Truck with a crane on top.
okay. But it's the truck part that's broken, it's not the actual crane.
They couldn't get it started today, it won't crank. So I'm gonna go see whether I can do anything, and if we can, tomorrow's supposed to be a nicer day anyways.
Yeah, so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But you look so cute working on that truck.
Just gonna put it all back together. Yeah, bad switch.
Bad switch, eh?
Yeah, on the crane, they've got these safety switches so you can shut the engine down while you're up using the crane. And the one on the passenger side it's got some water in it, so I just bypassed that and she fired up.
So do we get first dibs tomorrow morning or what?
He says between 9:30 and 10 he'll be there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
High five, nice work, husband. Yeah.
And I might have just saved us some money on the bill.
I fucking hope so.
Whatever. We're getting that mask off tomorrow.
As long as the crane's there first thing, that's all I care about.
Yeah, so we'll let it run for a while and charge the batteries up again because they're pretty low.
Okay.
And I've got to put everything back together. I've got covers all pulled off and the ignition switch out of it.
Okay.
I mean, just look inside.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to catch up with us in real time, you can join Patreon for as little as $1 a month to get our weekly Patreon-only updates. Next week, we'll show you dropping the mast. See you next Friday.